Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Roll Radio. I'm your host, Sinkus, and today I'm joined here by a very special guest, Harrison First. Harrison is a music producer, a songwriter, an artist, and more recently, an NFT audio creator. Originally from New York, but now based in Sweden, Harrison is one of the first, if not the first, music producer to issue their own social money. Harrison, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Sinkus. I appreciate it, man. Glad to be here.
Happy to have you. Well, to start things off, I think it'd be really great to hear about your background and upbringing. So if you want to take it away with that, that'd be lovely.
Of course. So I grew up in New Jersey. Started out in music when I was very small. I would say like fourth or fifth grade. So around 10 or 11, whatever age that is. Um, and yeah, I mean, I had two parents. My mother, she was from North Carolina, and my father, he's from Nigeria. And none of them were really in music, but I think my mom had more of like that entrepreneurial background and mindset. So I guess I adopted that. But I don't know where my love for music came from. It was just something I naturally gravitated to. Sometimes I wish I gravitated to something else, but this kind of just like really caught me more like music and entrepreneurial activities. So I was in the music program like all throughout fourth grade up until high school, like doing concert band, drum line, indoor drum line, marching band, jazz band, orchestra, and it was all percussion and drum instruments. And it was really good. And I think by the time I was around 16, I had like a one of my friends. I thought he was a really great pianist. I think he played in the jazz band, and his cousin was a rapper, and he was like always he was producing or making beats for him. And I always wanted. I was like, well, that's what I want to do. I want to make beats. Like I want to produce music. But at the time, I was just saying a beat maker. I wanted to be a beat maker. Um, so I remember I would just he would teach me. Me and my other friends, we would like learn how to make beats on Fruity Loops, and I think they were using like Reason at the time, another program. And we would just go to his basement, probably go there all the time, and just try to learn how to make music until we started like forming our own sound. And it was me and another guy, and we would just make beats every day. It was like just that's all we wanted to do was just make beats. Yeah, we would make beats in lunchroom. We would just be making beats all the time. And there was other like creative stuff we were doing, but making music was like the thing. And we would like sell beat tapes and try to find rappers in the school and just try to just do whatever, man. I don't know. We were like recording on shitty mics. We were just doing our thing. And then fast forward to that, college came, and then yeah, I was studying entrepreneurship and marketing. So that was always just like a passion of mine, just to own something and create something that people have not created yet, and just see if you could be efficient or be useful in the world. And that was my whole thing. Just wanted to be useful, wanting to add value to whatever I was bringing to. So I would always just position myself to try to do that. And I graduated from college and then got a job, So I had to have a job. And that was a learning experience. I always thought like, and me and my father would always say like, yeah, it's important to, just have the job so you can learn corporate America, and just figure out what you want to do for yourself, like how you want to formulate it. And it doesn't hurt to work for someone else to get that like free knowledge. So that's what I did. And I gave it 3 or 4 years and was, climbing up that corporate ladder as I was still, saying I was a beat maker, a producer. But in actuality, I couldn't really say that because, I was, I was like I was working for a recruiting agency, hiring people for different companies, which is great. But that was what I really was, and it wasn't a producer. And each time, as I was getting older and older, and years were going, I just saw like, oh, okay, I'm getting ready to go into a life that I didn't want for myself. And you talk to people, and you're like, well, I make music, and they're like, yeah, sure, you make music, you really work here. And I started to hate that, and started hating that until when I was working in the city. What was it, like 47th and 3rd Avenue, on like maybe 13th or 14th floor. And I remember, and it was making good money, like close to $100,000 a year. And then had my apartment in like Spanish Harlem. And I remember I called my dad first and I said, Dad, I think it's time. Like I'm gonna quit now and transition to being a full time music producer. So that's what I did. I literally just did it, and I walked out. Man, I remember it was like a sunny day. I felt so free. I felt like, you know, I had the world. Like I am the world. It just felt like I can live now. And like it was never in my goals to work for somebody for so long and to be in that. So I did that, and I watched my account go from a certain amount to like kept going down to like zero almost. But I was like running around the city like every day, just like trying to find people to work with, because as a producer, you're nothing without an artist. And at that time, I wasn't like a DJ producer or like making like dance music. I wasn't doing any of that. I was making like rap music. So I needed a rapper or I needed a singer. So I was always running around the city, just always around New York, like going to every event, going this, that. And God just brought the right people in my life, man, literally. And at the time, these people, they weren't, this was like 2016, 2017, they weren't known, but they were incredible writers. And I was introduced to them through their manager, and there was this guy named St. John, Janelle Kroll, and another band called Tribe Society. But the lead singer from there is Teflon Sega. And that's when everything started. That's when my life really started as a music professional. So yeah, man, I was doing all of that and just trying to build my name, producing for them in the studio, producing like in Times Square at one of the biggest studios. And man, it was the best thing. But money still wasn't coming in. And then decided to move over to Sweden to try some things out. So I was going back and forth from New York and Sweden, spend time in Sweden, like network, go to meetings, produce stuff. And then Sweden, I was still doing stuff in New York and had some like really amazing releases with Teflon Sega and also St. John. And then I was like, I had that, but people would be like, well, don't you want to have your own projects? And I was like, yeah, I want my own projects, man. And I had this incredible session with a writer in Stockholm. And long story short, we put the record out, and I got a couple 100,000 streams, which was for me. I was like, "Whoa, this is incredible!" And then fast forward, then that's when I got signed to Sony ATV, and they signed me on a publishing deal. And then fast forward to my second release, that one was also a good one with the artist named Kyle the Hooligan from New York. We released a song, then that boom hit 1 million streams. Then I started putting out more records, and then I'll just skip over to Angie. I'll skip to Angie, who I met in Stockholm, and we put out a song. It hit like 1 million streams on Spotify within a month, and now I think it's about to hit around 3 million streams. And then we said, let's put out an album. We put out an album. We started dropping dope visuals. Then I went on tour with another artist named Kalo when I came back to New York. And then yeah, man, like, and then I would say 2019, I was just like, let me see what else I can do. Like, what else can I do? And then that's when I got introduced to social tokens, and then social tokens introduced me to NFTs. Um, and then now NFTs and social tokens introduced me to like really creating a use case in First Audio. And then boom, and then that's when I'm here, on this interview now, man. And then boom, yeah.
Quite the journey, and very very interesting one at that. So music isn't something that you originally wanted to get involved with necessarily. It's just something kind of happened.
Well, no, no, it didn't kind of happen. I think God just gave it to me. He gave me this in my thing. What I was saying was that like, as I'm getting older now, I'm just like, man, like, because music is a bit of a cliche. It's a bit of a cliche to do, in my opinion. Like when you have everybody, at least my Instagram is just all musicians. I'm like, damn, everybody's an artist now, or everybody is an artist. So I'm like, why did why did I get like cursed with this like bug to want to be a musician like so bad, want to be an artist so bad? Like I wish God made me like a blockchain developer, or wanted to be a developer or something like that. But I don't have a passion for that. Like I really have a deep passion for music. So yeah, I don't know. It's what's supposed to be.
Yeah, it makes sense. And out of all these
Yeah.
artists that you mentioned, um, who has been your biggest influence in terms of your music? From older artists or even from new one, who's been your biggest influence, and maybe who's your favorite as well?
My favorite artist, man, is St. John. St. John is my favorite artist. I mean, I seen when he was I was there in the beginning stages when he started out, and then to see, you know, him doing songs with like Jay-Z and Beyonce and having like the crazy fan base. It kind of shows me that like if you really put into work in the work and like perfect your craft and always kind of always being ready for change or adapting, you can get to where you want to go. So that was like from a close-up standpoint, I really admire that. And then it's always like other producers like Pharrell, Kanye West, Diplo, Mark Ronson, um, Dennis Pop, those type of people that I just admire, as musicians that I hope to get at.
Awesome. And now you have your own independent label, JNRY First. Um, do you want to tell us what that means to you and what led you to kind of like create it and start making music under that?
Yeah, yeah. January 1st, like pretty much the name came about when I was thinking about what do I want people to feel when they hear the name and when they think of us and think of the brand. And, everybody likes to say live life to like it's your last. Like that's a saying, to remind you to just live a full life and, with no regrets. But I want people to also think about living life like it's your first, like it's your first day. Like we can't remember when we're born, but just imagine those first times we did certain things. It just felt so fresh and so new. We wanted to always consume ourselves in it. So the first day we started NFTs or social tokens, or the first time you discovered the love of your life, or the first time you found something that you were so passionate about, you stayed up every day all night. Or when I was 16 and I was playing Call of Duty, that was all like as soon as I left school, all day thing, Call of Duty parties. We're always playing like on the Xbox. So that feeling of doing things for the first time, January 1st is the first day of the new year. People have this feeling like this renewed spirit to do something great. And that's what I want people to feel. And that's what I want to remind myself to represent that.
Mhm. Awesome. And you kind of do. I mean, you're a first mover in a lot of things, social money included, NFTs included. I mean, you might not be the first specifically, but I think to me, everyone that's involved at this point is one of the first people to ever do these things that we're doing in the industry and we're seeing. So I would love to hear more about how you got involved with crypto and NFTs in the first place, and kind of like from there go to more deeply to how you are creating audio NFTs and how you use your social money first.
Hmm. So I was introduced by a friend from high school. He was reaching out and he was kind of looking. I guess he was looking deeply into like how cryptocurrency and social token space can kind of like opening up a new wave for music artists. And at the time, I really wasn't understanding it, so I wasn't paying attention to him. But it took about three times for him to kind of reach out to me and remind me, and he introduced me to Roll or telling me about Alex and Bradley. I remember those two people specifically. So then I just reached out, and then it was kind of like on from there, and we got the ball rolling. Really didn't understand what was going on in the beginning, um, but it felt exciting. And to be honest with you, I really like if it wasn't for the pandemic, I probably wouldn't like kept going with it because in the beginning I was like, I don't even know what I'm doing with this. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, why would people want this? And then it was hard to bring people in from the fiat world or just my traditional fan base into this world and explain it to them. But then I also have to make music at the same time, so it was like it was a hard balance. But for one reason or the other, I just kept sticking with it. And I think it was like 6 or 7 months went by. We did like an ICO, and then I started to even get more excited about it. And then I started experimenting with it, creating like a Discord community and a Telegram community. Still trying to figure things out, and people were just teaching me on the go. And I appreciate like everybody who's a part of the community that just has patience with me because in the beginning and still to this day, a lot of it is kind of myself with other, key key contributors who do help out with it. So it's all this like exciting roller coaster, people coming from this way and that way, telling me what I should do and just telling me what I should experiment with. And that's what we were doing. Like in the beginning, I was like just giving out first, just giving it out. And then we were trying to do things where like we were rewarding people for listening to music. So if you listen to any type, like streamed it on Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud, show proof, I would reward you. And then I was rewarding people based off of my performance personally. So if I hit like 100,000 streams for that week on Spotify, I would say my success is all of our success. So it's a shared success type of thing, and I will reward the community based off of an algorithm. Um, but then there was like that problem where it was like, oh, giving out more first than we were receiving, and the community needs to benefit from this as well for the long term. So I just continue to think like deeply with it and how I can keep embedding my music to the social token so that it's not really a separation and it could be like streamlined. So then that's what we did, man. And I think like to fast forward till right now, we created the use case First Audio. And I feel like that is kind of like, that's the key thing. That's the direction for First. Like I create audio NFTs, and I do collaborations with other graphic designers to help build a story, like really create a story around this piece of work. Like I love the music component and digital art component to NFTs. So I just really got embedded into that. But First Audio, so First Audio is pretty much a marketplace for music producers and NFT creators. So simply by holding 1,000 first or 500 sign, you have access to this marketplace, and you can go into the marketplace as an NFT creator and have access to a library of music. At the moment, it's all produced by myself. So you go there, hear what you like, you download the MP3, and then now you can embed it in your own NFT projects. So this is phase one of it. Phase two is making it more of a marketplace where there's more automations. We start onboarding other producers, and then just kind of having it more, just more of a marketplace. Right now, you can look at it more as a vault that is gated by First and Sign, complimentary of Mintgate or powered by Mintgate. So that's the direction like of the First token, and we're really just trying to like have shared success and just be useful. People's it's use case. That's the thing. They always ask, what can you do with the token? And I really want to just be able to be useful to people.
Absolutely. And you do have a website set up, JNRY FIRST.com/First Club, which goes over all the ways that somebody can earn your token first, or how he can spend it, audio vault included as well. Do you want to briefly go over those things as well now?
Yeah, how you can earn first?
hmm Absolutely.
Yeah. So let me just remind me. So you can go to JNRY FIRST.com, or you could also go to the Discord, and you'll see all the ways that you can earn first. As of right now, we have about 4 different ways that you can earn first, and I will load it up right here. Okay. So earning first, you could earn it by level ups in Discord. That's pretty much, the top 10 active users at the end of the month. They'll share a distribution of 1,000 first that's split evenly between them. We also have First Poker, which is held every Friday, ran by our um, one of our moderators. So that is there's a couple people in there, and they're always having fun
hmm
in that Discord for with poker. And we also have streaming First TV. So First TV is a 24/7 TV station that we stream constantly on Twitch, and it's also they are aired in our crypto voxels. It's Harrison First Gallery in crypto voxels, and you just have to log in with your MetaMask wallet, and yeah, the top 10 streamers will also share 1,000 first um, at the end of the month as well for that. But first, at the moment, it is at a collector's friendly price. So people also can just go on Uniswap and yeah, and they can get first there as well. But these are the four. sorry, 3 ways for people to earn first at the moment.
Awesome. And does holding first give you any benefits in the Discord? I know you have a very vibrant community there. Do you have any sort of levels that the more first you hold, the better or more content you get?
Yeah, so what I do right now, it's mostly for I open it up to everyone when it comes to if you're in Discord community. People have like recently just heard songs from my album that's not out yet. That later on they're gonna people it's gonna be like available for the rest of the world around November. So I share music with the entire community. People who hold first, like they benefit from it because I also do like NFT drops in first, and I know what the average amount of people in the community hold in first, so I make sure that it's at a price where people can collect these NFTs, because they're holding first right now. So I really do that for the community. Um, and yeah, so those are the different things that by holding first, it grants you access to. Obviously, it grants you access to the vault as well of music.
Awesome. And let's do a quick airdrop now for people that want to dip their toes in the first community and see how it is. So for anyone watching on YouTube, there'll be a QR code that will appear on your screen right about here. And all you have to do is just scan it with your phone, and you'll be taken to a whole website, and you'll be able to claim some first that Harrison here gave us. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple, make sure to head over to our YouTube video so you can grab some first as well. Taking a step back and seeing social money as from a bigger picture, do you think social money can be a tool that can help empower artists, music producers, creators, songwriters, creators in general, in the long run?
Yeah, I think you can do that, for people who use it the right way. Because it's essentially it's like you're buying equity into your favorite artist. That's how I kind of look at it. So say yeah, so a chance for your community, or let's say your fans, to be able to say that they own a piece of you, or they have like um like they have some shared success in like in your work. I think that's like a pretty high value, looking at everybody as kind of like a product or a stock. So, let's say, Jake Paul, like yeah, I own a piece of Jake Paul. It's kind of like a benefit to me because his success is also my success. Him fighting, this weekend, whoever he's boxing, if he wins, I'm like, damn, I win because I know his value is going to go up. So my value goes up. So I think, once kind of creators, which I do think a lot of people are seeing now, just not on a super mainstream level, but as soon as they start to understand that idea, um, I think that they're going to see the benefits of it. Um, yeah, that's why there's all these cool platforms popping up that are kind of implementing this.
Mhm. And what has the response been from your community so far to First? I mean, you have been involved with music before you even had First, so you did have a big audience there. Has the response been a net positive or a net negative, or has it been neutral?
I say right now it's like a little neutral. People who are outside the community, when they see me posting and stuff, they get interested, so or they just don't know what I'm doing. That's why I don't post it too much on certain platforms. Like, cause I always like Twitter has now turned into the social token community now, and Instagram is just more of the fiat world, and Discord, Telegram, that's all the social token as well. People really enjoy like the music. Um, Now we're just starting to get more NFT creators to learn more about First, which is the big thing. When like outside, maybe say like outside incubators or investors hear about First Audio, they're like super excited and bullish on it. I just think that the community, because there's been people who are here since the first day and who are like really believers, they're waiting to see like the next stage and the next phase of First. They're waiting to see that. So that's why I really appreciate them, because they're patiently waiting, which is what I appreciate. And other communities is a real positive. They always show love, which is real positive, whether it's like, rural community, well community, forefront community, friends with benefits, and in all these other communities like Catalog, Mintgate, Inflow. Like they love it. We all love, like, that's the thing I love about this community, because it's not about me. It's like we all kind of like try to just have shared success and help out where we can with each other if it's possible.
Mhm. Definitely. And you have some, some experience now as a social money user. You have had First for a couple of months now. So do you have any advice for creators that are just now issuing their social money on how they should be using it?
Yeah, I would just say the biggest thing is think about what your unique factor is, or what can you bring to the table that is different than what other people are doing. So use case and innovation is like the you know most important thing. Like, I was just laying down and somebody was challenging me on Instagram saying, but no, what can I use it for? What can I, like one of my friends, what is, like, why is it different? Or why do I want your token? Blah 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 blah. So when I'm just listening to these questions, that helps me really think about innovative ways. So if you just think about that and put the time in, you'll think about what you can just add differently or do nice.
Mhm. Awesome. Yeah, totally agree on that one. Um, awesome. And if somebody wanted to learn more about you and about the First community, where could they find out more?
Yeah, you could always go to JNRY FIRST.com/first club, or you can just go on Twitter, type in Harrison First. You'll see in the bio, it directs you to the Twitter page of the First Audio Club, and then you'll see all the links there. So Twitter is really good for you to just start digging and clicking on the links so that you can go around, and you'll see like the Discord and Telegram and the website there.
Awesome. And yeah, all those links will be in the description down below as well, for you guys to find out. Awesome. And do you want to tell us what's next for you as a music producer, and what's next for First, your social money?
Yeah, so pretty much right now I'm working a lot on my album with Angie. That's going to be really nice. And then I'm working on a drop right now that should be, today is the 25th of August. So Wednesday, September 1st, we should be doing a first drop, a wearable drop for Decentraland. So that would be the first time we do it. That I'm collaborating with another person named Clerge. This is good. I'm extremely excited about this drop because it's like the stuff that I wear in real life. Now we have it, and we made 3 pieces for this like exclusive collection in Decentraland that I know everybody's going to go crazy over. So that's going to be out next week. So just like really working. And then this Saturday, I am doing a drop on Rarible. Um, that'll be an NFT that grants people access to First Audio,
Mhm.
which will be listed in First as well.
Awesome.
So yeah, man, just working.
Yep, that's sweet. And yeah, really looking forward to those things. Awesome. Well, Harrison, to close things out on a more fun note, I like to do a random question to my guests, which is, there's no right answer, there's no wrong answer, it's just fun. So do you want to hear it?
Yeah, sure, man.
Awesome. So if you were to be a musical instrument, which one would you be and why?
I'll probably be a piano, because I think the piano has a good way to like map out emotion.
Yep, great answer. Definitely agree. Awesome. Well, Harrison, it was great having you on the podcast. Really looking forward to all the things that you are working on.
Thank you guys for having me, and stay blessed.